All right. Hello, everyone. It's Sunday, and it's been a couple of weeks since I posted a podcast. I haven't been feeling very well, but and I'm on the mend, but it's gonna be a little while before I'm really completely healed from the situation that's going on. But um, but I know I will. So, and I'll try to keep going with this because I really feel that my messages are important. Anyway, so thank you again for joining me here on my podcast. I am Nish, and sorry, my throat is a little bit rough today, and so I'll keep it rather short. Anyway, the topic is forgiveness and reconciliation. Now, what I wanted to impart upon you, especially since the holidays are coming up, and there's usually a lot of emotional uh, turmoil. Well, let's not say usually. I mean, sometimes, the holidays are a great time for joy. It should be a great time for joy and for, um, spending time and having wonderful times actually with your family and friends and creating wonderful memories. That's what it should be, right? But there are situations where, you know, um, people don't get along. And though we want to possibly have a better relationship with people who, you felt hurt by, or you haven't gotten along with for a while, but you'd like to have a nice holiday season with them included. So you think about reconciliation, all right, forgiveness and reconciliation. So I wanted to say this. When someone hurts you or questions your character, forgiveness is hard, but forgiveness isn't for them, it's for your own peace. You forgive them so that you can move on. And it may take many times of you forgiving them for it to really sink in. I mean, I have forgiven people who have done things to me, and then a memory will come up and I'll just start feeling angry again. I mean, that happens. Or or you have an interaction with that person, you remember that incident, and you have to try to forgive them again so that you can have peace. That's the name of the game here, for your own inner peace. Whether they deserve the forgiveness or not, you deserve that forgiveness so that you can move on and live life in a peaceful, happy way. All right. So that's something to please keep in mind about forgiveness, okay? Now, reconciliation. Now, that is optional and never owed, especially when there's no remorse or an apology from the person who perpetrated the offense. Okay? Protect your dignity and offer the same dignity to others, but always protect your dignity. And that's where the forgiveness comes in. It's a quiet, um, it's a quiet option or quiet action on your part for your heart and mind so that you can have peace of mind and heart and you can move forward. Now, I know it's difficult. Sometimes you're forced to, out of whatever obligations you might have to be at a holiday um, event where there will be a person or persons that um, will trigger your um, memory of a bad incident, a situation that had happened that you've tried very hard to forgive so that you can move on. Um, you can go to these events and try to avoid or minimize contact with that individual or people as much as you can. But you know what? There's no sin in just saying, you know what? I'm sorry, I won't be able to attend that event this year. And you don't have to give any other excuses. Just say, thank you for the invitation, but I have other plans. So thank you. And let that go so that you can live your life in peace and love. Yes, forgiveness is an act of love. When you send it forth, send the forgiveness, and send them and you love. And like I said, sometimes you have to do this a lot. Sometimes you do, you know? But the more you do it and the more deeply you try to feel it within your heart, it starts to heal. Okay? It starts to heal you. That is the important difference here. You are healing you. Someone may ask you to forgive them for something they did. And I think that that's very noble, and it shows definite remorse on their part. And you can say, okay, I forgive you. All right. And they could possibly expect you to reconcile now with them. And you can very respectfully say, you know, I forgive you and thank you for um, asking me for this forgiveness, but I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to keep our relationship at bay. I don't know how else to say it, but you can try to respectfully say, I feel that it's best that we just um, part ways. Have a different relationship now. We can't be as we were before, but just go forward and live your life, and I'll live mine. And I hope that that would um, be accepted. If not, then I guess you have something else to forgive them for not accepting that. Um, but I know it's a very difficult subject, and it's one that I know is hard for everybody. It's very hard. And coming into the holidays especially. So just know this, that I support you. Um if you want to forgive somebody, And this came to mind because two people in particular questioned my uh, character within the last week or two. And just like now talking about it has my ire up, but I have to keep forgiving that person or person, the two people, um, because I may never reconcile really with them, but uh, I have to be at peace with myself. You know, they didn't apologize for what they said. That's fine. That's fine. Um, I just have to go forward. All right. So anyway, I want to leave you with this that I truly wish and hope that you'll have a marvelous, beautiful, peaceful, and loving holidays and end out the 2025 year with love and happiness. And know that I support you and that I love you. All right. So take care and thank you very much for listening to my podcast.